think that's enough for one day. You really know how to make me work up a sweat.
You kept me on my toes as well, Caspar. Thank you.
Hey now, you'll never have to twist my arm to get me to train. Just shout when you want to go again. Oh, and we should invite Raphael next time. The muscles on that guy are something else.
I'll keep that in mind. I often have trouble finding people to spar with.
No surprise there. Not like folks are lining up for a chance to knock the Emperor's teeth out.
You seem to have no problem coming after my teeth. Sometimes I think you're trying to kill me.
What? No, I mean, I only do it because I know you can handle it, right? Look, just don't say anything to Hubert, okay? If he finds out we're sparring, he'll have me cut into pieces and dumped into the nearest river for sure.
He already knows. I convinced him that I need the training if I'm to stand on the front lines.
Oh, that's a relief. So, why do you, by the way? Fight on the front lines, I mean. You're an incredible fighter, but the Empire would be in deep, deep trouble if anything happened to you. And it's not like you're after the glory like I am. Shouldn't you just hang back and send us orders from some distant hilltop? Seems like it goes pretty hard against that rationality thing you're always talking about.
Caspar? Lecturing me on what's sensible? I must be dreaming. But yes, you're right. It's not entirely rational.
See? I'm a thinking man sometimes.
That's not to say I don't have a rational reason. My presence on the front lines improves morale, and my skill betters our hope of victory. So long as I don't fall in battle, taking the field is the smartest thing I can do.
Right, sure. So, what's the unrational part?
The emotional side. I can't stand the idea of remaining safe, while friends and comrades alike risk their lives for our cause. You're all out there on my command, taking lives from others and giving your own in return. It doesn't seem fair for me to do any less.
Except that you're the Emperor.
And I say the Emperor should help.
Hey, I get it. You want to get in the dirt with the rest of us to pull your weight, right? You and me are the same in that way.
A dreadful suggestion, but I'll allow it.
Aw, come on. You should be happy. Here I thought we were completely different people, but it turns out there's a little Caspar in you after all. You know, I can't even imagine you lording over us from far away. You work best when you're down in the mud with the rest of us, sending chumps flying.
If there's a little Caspar in me, perhaps it's time to put a bit of someone else in you. Someone with manners, perhaps?
Ugh, the M word? Well, thanks. You know all that politeness would only hold me back. Alright, now just... What's with the weird design on this piece here?
That is no design, Caspar, but a fracture. And a perfectly straight one at that, which makes it rather hard to discern. Repairing it will likely not prove worth the bother. Best relegate the piece to life as training equipment.
Wow, you really know your stuff, Ferdinand. I'm clueless when it comes to this kind of thing. Sometimes I think you know everything.
Oh, I am not quite so impressive as that. But you seem troubled by something, Caspar. What is it? No, forgive my presumption. Perhaps I was merely imagining it.
See? You do know everything. something is kind of bothering me. I was talking to someone the other day about how I want to distinguish myself in battle, and they said that meant I wanted the war to go on forever. Of course, I told them they were nuts. Then I actually started thinking about it. About what I'll be doing when the war ends, I mean. About what I'll even be.
I do not think you have cause to worry. We may not know what the future holds, but you are delivering great results as a leader. Surely you will be held in esteem for such.
Sure, but doesn't that just mean my life is about nothing but fighting? I'm not a guy like you who's good at pretty much everything, so... Listen to me. I can't remember the last time I got in my own head like this.
Nonsense. We all have our worries. Why, even I have one or two of my own.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, your earlier appraisal of my boundless talent, for one.
Huh? But that's true. Also, why would you need to worry about being good at everything?
Oh, there is no doubt I can handle most things without much difficulty. And there are few things I have strong preferences about. Stimulants such as coffee aside.
Right. Which means...
But to me, that fact is nothing more than the flip side of having no prominent talents. I am a purveyor of all trades, but an expert in none. A man such as yourself, who possesses rare ability in a single field, is positively dazzling.
What? Okay, you are seriously overthinking this entire thing, Ferdinand. Don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled you have a high opinion of me, but any comparison of us is always going to end with my being humiliated.
Do you truly think so?
Look, I'm bad at the sciences, hopeless with strategy, and a complete oaf when it comes to coordinating anything besides tying my own shoes. But you can help me with all that stuff. And not just me, you can help everyone shore up their weak points. Sheesh. All right, that's enough worry for one day. Time to go run until I puke. Yeah!
Caspar, wait! And he has gone. Still, I suppose the man makes an intriguing point. My lack of weaknesses does give me a unique ability to offer aid to everyone.
Lord Hubert, we've located what appears to be an enemy scouting party in the forest near our base.
This is certainly a matter of concern. We will need to make immediate preparations to...
But the one who located them was... Caspar.
Ah, I see. Then what of our casualties? Also, did we manage to capture any of the enemy?
We've 3 lightly wounded, including Caspar. And I fear none were taken alive.
I suppose such things are wont to occur when charging headlong into the fray.
Hey, Hubert! Did you hear how I cleared out a few enemy spies?
I did indeed. And on top of getting several people injured, you failed to capture any of said spies. Had you first called for reinforcements before leaping into action, that could have been avoided.
And what if they'd gotten away while we waited? Also, didn't you say it was fine when my old man did the same thing before?
Reinforcements would be nothing but a hindrance to Count Burgley's. If he could not handle something himself, additional soldiers would do nothing more. Besides, he would not have suffered even the slightest injury in the process.
Hey, I'm barely scratched. Ah, forget it. I'll win your respect next time for sure.
Why do you ever insist on hurling yourself into danger at every opportunity? Clearly, some of the reason lies in your desire for military accolades, and yet... Let us take this most recent incident, for example. Had you summoned reinforcements, you would likely have received more plaudits for it. The capture of an enemy spy would have been a nice feather in your cap, as would coming home with fewer injured comrades.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. All I can say is that my gut told me to attack, and I listened. And it wasn't a terrible result, so what's the problem?
The problem is whether or not your gut continues to avail you. If this instinct of yours is wrong even a single time, you will find a mound of dirt over your head.
Don't talk like that, Hubert. I might be aggressive, but I'm not angling to end up dead.
Your untimely demise would make trouble for me as well. Why, just think of the critical military manpower I would be sacrificing. Yet, at the same time, you and your gut mucking up carefully laid plans is cause for no less chagrin.
Ah, you think too much, you know that? I mean, if you want to make a name for yourself on the battlefield, you kinda have to accept the risk of death. I made the choice to distinguish myself in war in spite of that. But hey, you know what? If you think I'm gonna kick the bucket, go ahead and work that into your plans. Look, I know I'm your critical military manpower or whatever it was you said, but sometimes you've got to win whether you have that manpower or not. Like I said, I'm not aiming to get myself killed, but I also know there are no guarantees in battle. Anyway, I figure that's got to be the best way to make sure I don't end up being a burden for you. Oh, it's time for training. Gotta run, Hubert.
Placing your fate into my hands, are you? They say it is a fine line that separates the saint from the buffoon. How right they are.
Linhardt, come on, this is no time to be snoozing.
Really, Caspar? It's not even midday yet.
We're well into midday, Linhardt.
Yes, but the warm rays of the sun and gentle cooling breeze have utterly enraptured me. So on that note, it's back to sleep.
I'm gonna rip that blanket right off you. Now get up, because I found something amazing!
How many times in my life have I heard that from you, only to find the truth considerably less engaging?
Okay, first of all, not true. And second of all, this is way more amazing than all those other times.
I wonder. But very well. Astound me.
Look! Someone took down that gigantic bear!
I'd rather not look, thank you. I've little interest in witnessing blood and gore so early in the day.
Oh, but it's already been cleaned and everything.
Which means some open wounds will still be present, plus whatever blood was slopped about in the process.
Fine, then don't look at that part. Just look at that terrifying face. I'd give anything to take out a monster like this.
Then you should form a hunting party, set up traps, and proceed with your life's work.
No, I don't want to hunt it. I want to take it down. Barehanded bear handling, you know?
I understand your fixation, but in all of Fodlan,
Only my father could pull it off. Is that what you're gonna say? Hey, I'm not gonna be content being in his shadow forever.
rousing words, yet I seem to remember Count Burgleys was still in the academy when he brought down a bear and emerged unscathed. You're already older than he was then.
Don't care, it's not too late. I'm gonna beat a bear, then I'm gonna get armor made that's just like my old man's.
You said the same when we were young, then decided to drag me along for the ride. You took me through hill and dale in search of one, which made an absolute mess of my clothes and hair. And I had to treat your wounds every time you hurt yourself, though I did become quite adept at healing magic as a result.
So, win-win, right? Plus, you helped me, which I very much appreciate.
I suppose we'll call it a good thing and leave it at that. But perhaps a moratorium should be declared on such behavior for the time being? Yes, I think that would be best.
Sorry, what now?
Our focus should be on our enemies, not a bear. For this reason, I think it's best for you to put your dream on hold until the war is over. When peace reigns anew and we live in a world far better suited for free napping, I hope you can see your dream realized.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, and when that day does come, I will be happy to accompany you again. But for now, let's just focus on what is in front of us.
Put the bear brawl on hold. Got it. And hey, once I survive this war and get stronger, that bear'll be a pushover.
That's not... Actually, yes. I suppose the possibility of that isn't zero. Let's survive this war so all of our wildest bear dreams can come true one day.
Mercedes, got a sec?
Hello, Caspar. What do you need?
I wanted to ask you something about Professor Jeritza. He's your little brother, yeah?
Yes, that's right. What of it?
Nothing. Except that I've challenged him a bunch of times and he keeps wiping the floor with me. So I thought maybe you might know some special way I could train to beat him, seeing as you're his sister and all.
A way to beat Jeritza. Oh, I have it.
All right, lay it on me.
Here, follow me.
I don't think this is going very well.
Please allow me. There, see? If you do it like so, it's actually quite simple.
Yeah, that's actually... Wait, no! How is baking supposed to help me beat Professor Jeritza?
Because we're making treats.
Oh, I see. Again, no! How does that help? Unless... Hang on. Are these actually magic treats that fill me with unimaginable strength? I don't want to win like that. It's cheating.
You're so amusing, Caspar. But no, there are no magical treats that do such a thing. Look here. They're almost done, so watch what I do very carefully.
Whoa! These look amazing! But again, and I hate to keep repeating myself here, how does this help me beat Professor Jeritza? Is there some kind of terrible secret in the method? Black magic and the brown sugar, maybe?
Oh, Caspar, there's no secret. Jeritza has loved sweets for the longest time, but he's terrible when it comes to making them. So if you can make a better sweet treat than he, I'm sure he'll be vexed and acknowledge his defeat.
I'm trying to beat him in combat, not baking! I lost to Jeritza again! How can I beat him?
Let's see. What if you made all the cats in the base like you? Yes, I think that's a wonderful idea.
Don't pop up out of nowhere and scare me like that, Mercedes. It's not nice. And wait, cats? Liking me? What?
Jeritza has adored cats ever since he was little. But now they always flee when he approaches. Perhaps it's because he's so much bigger? In any case, if he saw cats being affectionate with you, I'm sure he would acknowledge his defeat.
Again, not the kind of win I'm aiming for here. Look, it's simple. I want to fight the guy head-on and beat him. That's it.
But head-on isn't the only way to fight, correct? I mean, surely that isn't your strategy on an actual battlefield.
Wish it could be, but yeah, that's probably not the smartest idea in the world. But since this isn't a battlefield, it's up to me how I want to fight the guy.
Yet I feel that going up against him would be the same as being on a battlefield. You're companions who fight for the same cause. Why would you hurt one another to decide the outcome of the day? Wouldn't it be nicer to compete by baking treats or being loved by cats?
I mean, I get what you're saying, which is weird.
Then how about we spend today surveying cats and continue our baking lessons this evening?
I didn't say I agreed. I just said I got what you were saying and that it was weird. How'd she trick me into baking again? And what am I gonna do with all these things? Huh? Where'd Mercedes go? Ah, it's Professor Jeritza! Maybe I can challenge him again. Wait a minute. Those are the treats I made.
Utterly delicious. He made these? I am defeated.
Wait, what? I can't believe Professor Jeritza just admitted defeat so casually. This is great, but also very frustrating, but also great. I'm so conflicted. No, I want to beat him head on! Ugh!
And that's the situation. Now put your head down and see it done.
Leave it to me. I can do this blindfolded.
And don't neglect your night training. You'll be a wreck in the morning if you don't put the hours in.
What kind of lazy jerk do you take me for? Of course I'd never skip my training.
Very good. Well, I must be going. It seems you have a visitor anyway, so farewell.
Wait, A visitor? Oh, hey, Petra. Sorry, were you waiting for me? What can I do for you? Everything all right? You don't look so good.
I am well. You have my thanks for your concern.
You sure? I can walk you to the infirmary. I think Professor Manuela is in, actually.
No, I am well. Do not be troubling yourself.
If you say so.
I do. Caspar, I was not realizing that your father was visiting.
Yeah, he dropped by to talk to Edelgard and some of the others. Guy's so busy he hardly stays in any one place for more than a few hours.
I must be remembering that.
Oh, you have some business with him?
No, not yet.
Hey, sorry, but did you need me for something?
Huh? Oh, Edelgard is needing you. I was coming to tell you. She appeared quite upset. Her composure was almost lost.
Wait, she's mad at me? Oh no, I totally forgot she wanted to see me! Thanks, Petra, you're a lifesaver!
One day, I will be having revenge. Leopold von Bergles, you will be ruining the day you stole my father's life. Leopold von Bergles, I am challenging you to a duel. Meet me at the time and place designated. Signed, Petra McNeary.
Sorry, but my father won't be coming.
Why not, Caspar?
Because I got a hold of your letter before it could reach him. He doesn't know a thing.
Why are you making interference? You do not have the right.
Because I can't stand the thought of you dying. You're a great fighter, Petra, but you don't have a prayer against my father. You've got to know that.
Then you can be dying in his place, Caspar von Bergles!
Huh? What the... Why are you backing away? Just finish me off.
That would be achieving nothing.
I thought you said you were gonna kill me in my father's place.
I was losing control of my emotions.
Okay, so now what? You gonna start following my father around again?
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I know he killed your father, so if you really hate him that much, then go for it, I guess. But I'm gonna try and stop you because I don't want you two killing each other.
Caspar, for certain reasons that are not being public, I am Queen of Brigid now. A queen cannot be acting on personal grudges.
Then why did you challenge my father to a duel?
I do not know. It was a mistake. It was not normal for me.
Well, I guess even a queen can't push her feelings down forever. I can't imagine what it must have been like to go through what you did. But I think I can still relate. Hey, here's an idea. From now on, take it out on me.
No, this is silliness. There is no point in killing you.
I'm not talking about killing, Petra. What I want you to do is unload on me. Tell me off. Just Talk to me about whatever it is you're feeling. If all your hate becomes too much, dump it on me. If you want to hit something, I'm your guy. I just want us to keep being friends. All right?
We will stay friends by yelling and hitting? I am not certain that is the kind of friendship I am wanting, but I am thanking you all the same. I will be giving it thought.
Great. Then just tell me when you need me.
Oh, Dedue. Must be my lucky day if I'm running into you here. Hey, what's with the scowl? Do we have a problem?
All the residents in this town are people of Duscur. It may be within the kingdom, but it holds neither monastery nor church. What is your reason for coming here?
Wait, Dimitri and Lady Rhea didn't tell you?
They did not.
I know everyone's been busy, but that's unacceptable. Well, there was a major fire here, right? Lady Rhea asked us to come help rebuild. We brought rations, too. Never hurts to have a little more food in your stores. So relax, please. I swear on the goddess herself that we don't intend to harm any of you.
I did ask His Majesty to spare some aid in rebuilding the town. But I did not expect the task to fall to you.
What kind of church are we if we don't help those in need? Besides, we owe Fargus quite the debt. You guys took us in, even going as far as to start a war with the Empire in the process. This is the least we can do to return the favor.
Surely the Knights of Seiros have long since repaid their debts on the battlefield.
Maybe the knights have, but the monks and scholars won't let us hear the end of it if we don't let them pitch in too. So when Lady Rhea heard about the fire, she apparently jumped at the chance to help.
Is that so?
I know the people of Duscur will have their concerns, since they're not followers of Seiros. But it'll all be fine. And we can't just sit around twiddling our thumbs while people out there desperately need help, can we? At least, that's how all of us who follow the teachings of Lady Rhea view it. You're free to supervise if you still don't trust us.
No. You seem to be speaking the truth. His Majesty has expressed similar sentiments in the past. I believe your desire to help is sincere.
Thanks, Dedue. I was starting to think you were about to tell us to pack up and go home. Well, now that we're all square on that front, point us toward what needs the most help. We'll do manual labor, planning, you name it.
In that case, I'd ask that you clear away the burnt wood and help distribute food to the townsfolk. I will explain to everyone what you're doing here.
Yes, that's probably for the best. I'm sure they'll be much more willing to listen to you. Anyway, we'd better get to work. Hey, Dedue. I've been thinking. Fargus has really changed lately.
How do you mean?
I don't know. That's just the feeling I get when I see what goes on in this town. Don't you agree? It's like everyone here trusts you unconditionally, even though you serve the King of Fargus, someone they should hate with all their hearts. It must have taken a lot of hard work to rebuild that trust. I'm honestly impressed.
The achievement is not my own. His Majesty has been striving towards this for some time now.
Huh. When you put it that way, it makes me think he must have been planning it all along. I mean, people used to say he wasn't right in the head when he first chose you as his retainer, but he clearly had reason for doing so.
Yes, I can still hear the echoes of their gossip in my ears. The castle was full of it. It led me to ask His Majesty why he saved my life. He replied that neither faith nor birth are of import when a person's life is in danger.
Lady Rhea has told me the same thing. She saved me once a long time ago, just like Dimitri did for you. Twice, actually, even though I don't have a religious bone in my body. It's gotta be in their blood to never abandon someone in need.
Perhaps His Majesty and the Archbishop aren't as dissimilar as I thought.
True. Neither of them seem to let their lofty positions go to their head. They have that in common, too.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, despite her role as Archbishop, it's not too uncommon to find Lady Rhea at an orphanage, playing with the children. And Dimitri's the same way, right? I heard he was off teaching some village kids how to fight just the other day.
Yes, that is true. Though I'd prefer he spend his free time at rest instead.
Hey, helping people is calming in its own way, right? So if making sure he's well rested is part of your job, I say you let him do that however he sees fit.
That's one way of viewing things. I'll think on it.
I suppose we probably understand each other better than most, serving such similar leaders.
You're suggesting that you and I have much in common as well.
Maybe. Either way, it's been a real joy talking to you. We've probably been through a lot of the same ups and downs in life, if I had to guess. In time, I bet we could even become friends. So long as our bosses stay in each other's good graces.
Agreed. Though, if they were to part ways.
Whoa, no need to go there. I think we both know what would happen if they ever chose to cross swords. We'd kill each other without hesitation. I'm sure we have that in common, too. Looks like someone beat me here. Hey, Jeritza. You do know we're allies now, right? You could at least say hello.
I suppose.
Talkative as ever, I see. I take it you're here to train?
Yes.
You don't say. Well, this is as good an opportunity as any. What say you and I have ourselves a little duel? I've been itching to cross swords with you since we were at Garreg Mach. We never had a chance to cut loose and really fight, did we? They say the way someone wields their blade can tell you who they really are. So come on, show me.
Very well. Draw your sword.
Ha! You're not half bad. What? Done already? Things were just getting interesting.
This will not end until one of us dies. I have no reason to fight you. I care not when my life ends. But you You do not wish to kill an ally.
That's right. If I cut you down now, I'd never be able to face your sister. We'll have to save the real fight for another time. Let's call this one a draw.
Hmm?
Sorry, I'm just glad you were even tougher than I expected. Now I know why you were the weapons instructor. You'll have to teach me something new next time, Professor.
I care not for jokes.
Bad habit, what can I say? It's not every day I get to go up against someone as good as you. I look forward to our next bout. Just not to the death. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks, Jeritza. Your form's great today. Thanks for sparring with me, Jeritza. Though I have to say, we've faced off a few times now, but I still can't figure you out. Your skill is undeniable, but there's no emotion behind it. Your swordsmanship says nothing about you. If it's because you can't take it seriously, then you're welcome to come at me with everything you've got. Why are you staring at me like that? Don't tell me I offended you.
Very well. Entertain me with your blade.
Okay then, let's do this. I knew there was another side of you.
More. I need more. Satisfy my thirst for blood.
Give me a break. Stop. I've had enough.
What?
Unlike Jeritza, the way you fight reveals a lot about you. I'm sure you're content just fighting worthy opponents to the death. But I have people I need to protect. People I'm fighting for. Life's too precious to waste on a fleeting moment of fun, Death Knight. That's why I can't be the one to kill you, like you so desperately desire. But hey, Fodlan's a big place. There's gotta be someone out there who'll give you what you want. They might even be closer than you think. You just have to look, right? Why don't you make finding that person your reason to keep fighting? All that said, I'm still a warrior. Nothing gets my blood pumping like facing a tough opponent. So while I can't help you put an end to your life, I'd be more than happy to help you live it. Until our next duel, Professor. See you around.
I thought she, of all people, would slay the darkness that dwells within me. What a merciless woman.
Never thought we'd get the chance to fight side by side again. It was a total surprise, to be honest. But I'm actually pretty happy with how things shook out. I know. You're still as cold as ice, you know that? Would it kill you to say you're happy to see me or something?
Sorry to disappoint.
Nah, I actually kinda missed it. Besides, that's just how you are. So, what have you been up to since you left the Knights?
I spent some time in Leicester as a mercenary. Not many people know me there. But you already knew that. You sent for me, didn't you?
You mean back at the battle at Aryan Road, right? Actually, the Knights were just throwing my name around to recruit all the mercenaries they could. I had no idea you'd be one of them.
Huh. So it really was just a coincidence. What about you? Still serving as Rhea's sword?
Lady Rhea. I'll let that slide since you're not a Knight of Seiros anymore. But to answer your question, yes. No matter who I'm swinging it at, my sword will always belong to her. Honestly, I was surprised to hear you'd slipped away after repaying your debt to Lady Rhea. You didn't even say goodbye. I was furious.
I guess sneaking out was the right call then.
I was running around, shouting that I'd drag you back to Garreg Mach and kill you myself. But then Lady Rhea took me to task. She said it wasn't fair for me to impose the Church's values on someone who wasn't from Fodlan.
Sounds like I owe her another one.
For what? I wasn't really going to kill you.
I'll take your word for it. You know, I fought alongside a lot of people since I left. But you're still the only one I trust to have my back.
So what you're really saying is that you missed me and wish you never left?
You basically said the same yourself, didn't you? But yes, I did miss you. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. For once, I'm glad I was wrong.
Would you look at that? You have changed. And I feel the same. Really. I couldn't ask for a better partner than you. But if you disappear on me again, so help me, I really will hunt you down.
Then the next time I go somewhere, I'll just have to drag you with me.
Once again, I have accomplished a most triumphant feat. Behold, my awe-inspiring talent! From these hands is new magic born. But I mustn't rest on my laurels quite yet. Nay, I must aim for ever more spectacular heights!
Hey, Constance, you got a second?
Claude, of all people, you may enter.
Up to some of your old experiments, huh? Perfect timing.
How dare you speak of me as though I am some non-entity to be slotted into your schedule?
Whoa, okay. Hang on. I just heard you were researching some interesting magic.
Ha ha ha! You have heard correctly! I have created a new spell which can affect both the style and length of one's hair. There is no questioning this heralds a revolution that will sweep all of Fodlan.
Revolutions aside, that sounds like an incredible spell. Care to give me a little demonstration? This is great. If I can change my hairstyle at will, I'll be able to slip out of all kinds of sticky situations.
Of course, and you shall be my first test subject.
Your first? Hold on. This idea's not sounding quite so clever anymore.
Take this!
Did it work?
Beyond my wildest imaginings! Why, your hair is now more resplendent than ever!
I appreciate the sentiment, but I still don't know... Wait, why is my head hard? Ow! It's so sharp it hurt my hand. I really don't think this hairstyle's gonna catch on. I look like an angry cat that fell into a bathtub.
And now you know what it means to be ahead of your time. Unconventional though it may be, your hairstyle is objectively flawless.
This isn't exactly ideal for keeping a low profile. I couldn't even wear a hat without tearing right through the thing.
Inconceivable! You are given the rare honor of being the subject of my magic, yet all you can think to do is whinge and complain. If that is to be your response, why did you rush to my side the moment I completed the experiment?
Yeah, I guess things turned out a bit differently than I'd been led to believe. Still, it is some pretty incredible magic. I doubt anyone else could even come close.
You sound as though you're consoling me, yet I have not failed in the slightest.
No, I'm not calling it a failure per se. It's just that the applications might be rather,
You will come to rue those words. So, you've arrived, Claude. I pray you are ready.
Okay, no need to start off with a bunch of yelling. And, what should I be ready for, exactly?
The day has finally come. The day for you to be thunderstruck by the selfsame magic you once so viciously mocked.
The magic? The magic. Oh, you mean that hair-raising one you used on me?
No, that is not the purpose. It is meant for changing the length and style of hair.
Right, sure. So what about it again?
Ugh, your droll lack of enthusiasm boggles the mind. Do you understand just how much I devoted myself to my studies since that day of shame? Also, I might have some vindication?
Okay, wait, look, I know you're a hard worker, but that was just, one of those things. I don't really think you need vindication.
Silence, cretin! Let your jaw hang slack in its moorings as you witness how my magic has evolved!
Whoa! You got me again. Well, at least I'm not sharp and pointy this time.
You most certainly are not. Do you truly think me the type to make the same mistake twice? It has been quite the gauntlet of trial and error, yet finally I have arrived. I stand now on the fresh new ground of magic, the magic of gentle tresses tumbling over one's shoulders.
Say, this does come in nicely at the ends. Some parts longer, some shorter. Whoa, but it's really frizzy. It's like a bird's nest up in here.
What an exquisite style! What an innovative look! Truly, this is the most striking of spells!
And I guess I have a fluffy beard now? Well, that's certainly something.
Yes, and it makes you appear quite unkempt. Perhaps it is not the look for you.
Hey, don't laugh it off. What am I supposed to do about this mountain man beard, huh? Last time you zapped me, my hair was stiff enough to stab through armor for an entire day. I couldn't even get to sleep because I shredded my pillow.
Are you saying I've just got to grin and bear this until it wears off?
At this point, there is nothing else I can do. You can endure this for one day, no? If it helps, I am willing to offer my moral support.
If only this wasn't Fodlan.
And what is so wrong with Fodlan?
Just that a manly beard like this would be considered a real accomplishment in the East. Your magic would be praised to the heavens if you went out that direction.
Then my magic can transcend borders? You finally understand the extent of my talent!
No, it's just that this kind of beard here in Fodlan... Okay, she's not listening.
Sun's up already? Good morning.
Whoa! Hapi, is that you? Where are you? I'm surprised you knew I was here. You just about gave me a heart attack with that impromptu good morning.
I wasn't exactly saying it to you, Claudester, but... Oh, never mind.
So, you're waking up with the sun, huh? I love it. You're like a step dweller.
And what would that be exactly?
Oh, you know, those folks who live to the east of Fodlan.
But you're also awake. Does that mean you're a step dweller like me?
Hey, my motto is the early bird gets the worm.
Sounds fake.
Oh, but I said it in my most earnest voice.
And your face betrayed you. Still, it's surprising how easy you are to talk with. I figured a king would be an arrogant blowhard, but that's not you at all. You're a lot more comfortable to be around than the Emperor or the King of Fargus.
Not sure if that's a compliment, but it's definitely not easy leading the Federation. I could spend days unloading my troubles on you and only scratch the surface.
Sounds like you've got your hands full. Also, please don't unload your troubles on me.
Don't worry, I won't.
Still, if it's that much grief, why not quit? You could have someone else take your place if you hate it so much. I mean, the whole thing was your idea, so you should be able to step aside if you want.
Sure, I suppose I could do that. But that's not the path for me at the moment. The list of things I want to accomplish is as long as my arm, and if I want to see them become a reality, I've got a lot of work ahead of me.
Well then, I guess you've got my support. I mean, all these heady thoughts and ideas are a bit above the level of yours truly. But I can still give support. So, chin up, Claudester. It's all gonna work out. Someone I knew used to say that. A relative, I think? I can't really remember.
Well, I appreciate it regardless. It's exactly the kind of thing I need to hear right now.
In that case, I'll double down. It's all gonna work out.
It sounds even better the second time. Seriously, you should be telling that to everyone you meet.
There you go again, putting others first. Yeah, well, it's all gonna work out, Claudester. I just have a feeling.
The strategy meeting is complete chaos today. Well, we have a little time, so if they want to argue until they're blue in the face, I won't stop them. But I am going to sneak out and find something to nibble on because I'm starving. Okay, there must be some fruit here. Huh?
Hey, Claudester.
Hey, Hapi. Aren't you supposed to be in the meeting?
Yeah, but I got hungry and slipped out.
I didn't even notice you leave. You're even more slippery than I realized.
Well, it's not like the meeting will unfold differently if I decide to stick around. And since I'm not the only one who skipped out, I guess folks will have to be mad at us together.
Ha! Guilty as charged.
Still, the implications are different for me than they are for the great King Claudester. If someone gets mad at me, it's no big deal. But you probably get the wrath of everyone raining down on you for even the slightest misstep.
Sad but true.
Hey, so I know you love to run out and do stupid stuff like this sometimes. But did you take on all this responsibility because you wanted to? Or would you walk away if you found someone to take your place?
I already told you. There's a huge list of things I want to see accomplished, remember? And sure, it's a heavy burden, but that's all the more reason I can't let someone else shoulder it for me. It's up to me to carry my own water here.
Then I guess it's not enough for me to just give you my support.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not really carrying anything at the moment, water or otherwise. So I was thinking it might be nice to take some of the load from you.
Just because you aren't as overloaded as me doesn't mean you don't have commitments. I don't know how I feel about burdening you with my, burdens.
Sure, but if you keep it to yourself and it crushes you, that doesn't help me either. I'm not as weak as you think I am.
Well, no matter what, it's all gonna work out.
It definitely will.
You know what? Maybe I'll take you up on that offer of help after all.
Whatever you need.
In that case, I'll start off with a tough one. How do we handle the fact we skipped out on the strategy meeting?
Well, I can't take that off your shoulders, so I'll stand there and take the scolding with you.
Scolding, huh? You called it the wrath of everyone like a minute ago. We're beating the Empire in the smaller local battles, yes, but that barely puts a dent in their total power. We can fight all we want, but there's no defeating an army of that size. It may not be today or tomorrow, but that sea will swallow us up soon enough. Is it really responsible of me to keep letting the war drag on like this?
You okay there, Claude? Looks like you have something on your mind. You know, they say you'll get wrinkles if you keep your brow furrowed like that all the time.
Sounds like just the dignified look I need. People always tell me I'm not noble enough.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows young and lively is the way to be.
Really? It would sure be nice if the Round Table would propose strategies that are young and lively. They're all so conservative and selfish. I think a few lines here or there would actually help me fit in.
Really? You know what they say. If you're too set in your ways, it'll set on your face. So whatever you do, just make sure you don't end up some beady-eyed king with a face full of wrinkles.
I just can't win with you, can I?
I think you're missing the point, Claude. What I'm saying is, you should do what you think is right, with enough vigor to blow any creases clean off your face.
Hold on, do you even hear yourself right now? Who knows what would happen to the Alliance if I followed that advice?
You do have a point there. But at least you wouldn't have to worry about those pesky brow wrinkles anymore. And knowing you, Claude, I'm sure you'll find a way to break through this standoff.
You really do have me beat. I feel like you can see straight through me.
It's not hard when your thoughts are written so plainly on your face. All I have to do is read what's there.
Guess I'd better try scrubbing them off then.
As you should.
Honestly, Hilda, I don't know what to do. Is my way really the right path forward? It feels like I'm rejecting everything Lester used to be up until now. Like I'm tearing something important away from the people who need it most. Are you sure you won't regret lighting this fire in me?
I don't know. Maybe I will. I'll probably get mad at you at some point, too. But I know how hard you work to keep the Alliance heading in the right direction. You're the smartest leader we've ever had, Claude. If I was a betting girl, I'd say you're going to come up with the best plan ever, without a doubt. Hey, Claude.
Oh, Hilda, what's up?
Ugh, don't ask. It's just been one meeting after another lately, and they all drag on forever.
What, bored of them already? Can't say I disagree with you there. But we've taken the Alliance in a brand new direction as the Lester Federation. Of course, not everything has to change, but the things that do need to get decided soon. So it's only natural we have so many meetings, right?
I know. But if you ask me, these are more of a hassle than any round table ever was. Honestly, Claude, I never thought you'd end up as our king. It's kind of weird, you know?
Well, I had a lot of opinions coming at me from all different directions, and this ended up being the solution I came up with. Hard times like these call for more than the Round Table was ever capable of. We need a fierce leader willing to face the world.
I get what you're going for, but having that leader be a king, I don't know, it makes me uncomfortable.
I get it. But trust me, everything I'm doing right now is what needs to be done.
Hey, Claude, is this really what you wanted? To be the king of Lester? You always struck me as the kind of guy who went wherever the wind took him, a free spirit. Someone who would find someone else to lead and nag them into taking the job. But right now, I get the feeling that your role and everything that comes with it are keeping you tied down.
No, I wanted to rule. I'm sure of that. But I didn't realize that's how you saw me.
Claude, you're not alone. We're here for you. Yet off you went, taking the throne all by yourself. Were we just getting in your way?
Of course not. It's honestly because I have you all that I was able to make that decision. I know I'd never be standing where I am now without the support each and every one of you has given me.
If that's true, then you shouldn't be so afraid to ask us for help. I'm more reliable than I look, you know.
Right. I'll be sure to take you up on that, Hilda. I mean, I did think I was already doing it, but I guess it wasn't enough.
Oh, definitely not. You've got a lot to learn from me, Claude. I'm practically an expert at relying on people for help.
Nobody tops you in that regard, that's for sure. I'd be honored to have you as my teacher. So, Holst's leading the soldiers' drills himself, eh? And everyone looks to be way more into it than usual. That's Holst for you, all right.
My ears are burning, my lord.
Holst! Well, what a surprise. I was just watching your drills. Everyone looks so spirited, probably because they know you're keeping an eye on them.
So the soldiers aren't so enthusiastic with others? Training is only meaningful if it emulates true battle. Without tension, it's little more than exercise. We'll need to improve our methods at once.
Let's cut them a little slack. It's not like they're all goofing around when you're not there. It's just that everyone gets a tiny bit more excited when they get to see you in the flesh. You're Leicester's living legend. The powerful warrior who accomplishes feats of undaunted heroism without even a crest to help him. And they get to train and fight with you? Seriously, it's probably the biggest thrill of their lives.
Ha! You have quite the gift for flattery. But someone like me is nothing when compared to the 10 elites. Of course, I wouldn't walk away from that fight empty-handed. Even unaided, I bet I could take a limb or two before the end.
If you can keep up with the 10 elites, I'll need to invent some even more impressive flattery. But I meant what I said about the troops. Honestly, I feel the same excitement just standing next to you.
Then it was worth my coming here. Still, I believe that you inspire far more trust and enthusiasm than I do. The Alliance would never have come together like this if that weren't the case.
If only it would have. A little solidarity would go a long way for us. Anyway, thanks again, Holst. It's much appreciated.
I'm just doing my job as the heir to House Goneril. All I do is for the sake of the Leicester Alliance. Though, even more importantly, Hilda stands at your side. That alone is enough to keep me near at hand.
It sounds like I need to thank Hilda instead, then.
It couldn't hurt to do so, but also keep her safe. As you know, I've sworn to protect Fodlan's throat, with my very life if need be. So if the Almirans turn their attentions to it, I'll have no choice but to return there at once.
And if that happens, we'll be right there with you to drive them back. Call it a gut feeling, but I suspect their next attack will be a battle that changes Fodlan's fate forever.
I know you're busy, Your Majesty, but do you have a moment? It's important.
If it's really important, I have all the moments in the world. What's this about? There are so many possibilities, I can't even guess.
As you are well aware, we've cast away Leicester's old alliances and begun anew as the Federation. And we've now joined forces with the Empire to overthrow the kingdom and dissolve the Central Church.
You're happy with all that, right?
Of course, Your Majesty. I would even go so far as to say I'm your greatest supporter.
I appreciate that. I feel much more secure in my position as king knowing I have your support.
I am fully confident you'll be able to fulfill our goals in this war. but my question concerns what happens after that. You say you want to remove the Church's authority from Fodlan and build society anew.
That's right. The systems that currently bind Fodlan were all created by the Church to serve their own interests. Now, I won't say they're all bad in and of themselves, but ultimately, they exist to maintain the authority of the Church of Seros. And so long as we revere them, Fodlan will never be able to move forward. Do you agree?
Let me make sure I understand. When this war is over, you wish to step back and reevaluate both the existing system of nobility and our manner of faith. And you also wish to establish relations with people from other lands and those who follow other faiths. Is that accurate?
Exactly. I want to knock down the walls that keep us closed in. See, I knew you'd get it.
Does this also extend to Fodlan's throat? Will you throw open its gates and look to establish a friendly relationship with the Almirans?
Yes, of course. It will depend on how they respond to our overtures, but that's what I'm hoping for.
And what of House Goneril, a family long seen as the enemy of the Almirans? Would you send its only daughter to form a marital bond with the Almiran royal family? Is that a possible scenario?
Huh? Are we talking about Hilda?
Our house has no other daughters.
Ah, okay, I see where this is going. Don't worry, Holst. I may be the king of Leicester, but I've no interest in also being a royal matchmaker.
But what if the next king of Almira turns out to be a kind and decent man? What if Hilda even likes him?
If Hilda wants to marry that hypothetical heartthrob, I'm not going to stop her. Look, what's all this really about?
Apologies. My imagination ran free for a moment. If that is what Hilda wants, then I will not stand in her way either.
Your imagination's definitely still running there.
I'm just as worried about Hilda's future as I am about Leicester's. Maybe even more so.
I completely understand, so let me just say this. I believe that both Leicester's and Hilda's futures are as bright as they can be. All I ask is that you trust me.
I shall take your words firmly to heart. All I ask in return, Your Majesty, is that you continue to safeguard my sister, no matter what may come.
You got it. And, wow, you're really serious about this, Holst. Hey there, Ignatz. What are you up to?
Oh, Claude. I was just admiring the scenery. I come here sometimes to bask in the embrace of unfettered natural beauty. Stunning, isn't it? I find being in the environment like this to be quite calming.
You can say that again. My favorite napping spot's always been right under a nice, shady tree.
That does sound comfortable.
Ignatz, you always wanted to be a painter, right?
Huh? Well, yes, but how did you know that?
Oh, easy. I've got you all figured out, my friend. All your secrets, your worries, everything. Kidding, of course.
Right.
Really, it wasn't too hard to piece together. I heard you haven't always wanted to be a knight. And seeing you take in the world the way you do, there was only one possibility. You dreamed of being a painter, but gave it up before you could ever make it a reality.
My father wished that I become a knight, yes. But the decision to actually do so was mine alone. That's enough of that, though.
What demands our attention most in this moment is the instability among the Alliance nobles. As a knight, I must do whatever I can to help alleviate the situation.
You're right. The whole Alliance has been in complete chaos ever since Shahid attacked. We'll need the unified support of all the noble families if we want to make it through this. But things aren't going quite the way they should.
I really wish there was more I could do to help.
In that case, how about we send you on a reconnaissance mission?
What?
It's simple. You go to all sorts of different places, maybe scout out a few towns, and take note of everything you see and hear while you're there. Sounds like the perfect job for you, doesn't it?
Are you sure I'm the right person for it?
Of course I'm sure. I want you to travel the world, Ignatz. See the wonders it has to offer with your own two eyes.
You know, I thought my dream of becoming a painter was nothing more than dust in the wind. That giving up was my only path forward in life. But you've shown me that isn't how it has to be. Once this war is over, I'll do whatever it takes to make it a reality again.
As you should. What kind of dream would it be if you just abandoned ship the moment one little thing knocked you off course?
Thank you, Claude. Once I'm a full-fledged painter, I'll be sure to do a wonderful portrait of you. I promise.
Sounds good to me. Oh, and make sure it's extra grand so that it'll survive for centuries to come.
Yes, of course.
What's wrong, Leonie? Bad day of hunting got you down?
Come on, Claude. You and I both know bad days don't happen to me. I was just thinking about the situation Lester finds itself in right now.
That's an unusual topic coming from you. Go on.
You know how both Regan and Gloucester territories have been the site of some pretty serious battles during this war? Well, I had the chance to talk to some people who live there, and it turns out their crops for the year are suffering because of it. Some villages even had their fields completely trampled in the struggle, which, yeah, if that doesn't delay your fieldwork, I don't know what will. Turns out that a lot of them are blaming the leader of the Alliance for what happened, though.
No surprise there. It was my decision to go to war with the Empire, after all. Were it up to me, Lester would never see the flames of battle on its lands again. But things don't always work in absolutes. Now that you mention it, how's Saan doing? The area managed to stay pretty safe, right?
Thankfully, yeah.
Good. I know you'd be worried to death if something happened to your home.
Hey, Claude? If I'm being honest, I don't really care much about this war, or what kind of relationships the different regions end up having with each other. But I can get behind the future you're fighting for. It's a good one. I can feel it in my gut. Though, that's kinda all I have to go on since I didn't get the education some of the others did.
I appreciate that, Leonie. And I get that you don't really care about a lot of this stuff. The one thing that matters most in the life of a commoner is what tomorrow's harvest is going to look like. I know that. But those people will get caught in the web I'm spinning for the future all the same. They won't have a choice but to fight.
But...
I know. If we don't fight, more and more innocent people will get struck down as collateral. Even so, there will be sacrifices no matter how much or how little we struggle. And most of those will end up being commoners. I hope you stay on my side all the same, Leonie. And not just for your raw strength as a mercenary. I could use your perspective, too.
My perspective?
Think about it. You met the farmers in our land eye to eye and found out they were upset with me. I could never do that. Not in the position I'm in now.
I guess you're right.
That's why these kinds of things don't get addressed. They never even reach my ears. So I want you to help amplify their voices. Help me hear what the people have to say. As the ruler of Leicester, this is my #1 priority. It's even more important to me than winning the war.
And I'm more than glad to help you accomplish it. You know, you're really not like your run-of-the-mill noble. With a guy like you leading the Alliance, Leicester will be a better place. I just know it.
Sorry for the wait, Lawrence. So, what is it you wanted to talk about? Ooh, don't tell me. Is it about a girl?
No. I wish to discuss the consequences of your strategy at the Great Bridge of Myrden.
Oh, that. If it's an apology you want, I'll say it as many times as I need to, both to you and your father. My plan left a cloud of treason hanging thick over the Honorable House Gloucester. I'm sorry, Lawrence.
Please, I have already accepted your apology. And besides, did my father not agree to your scheme? Luckily, my own person remains unsullied, and I will soon remedy the blemishes on my family name, you have my word.
If that's not it, then what do you want to talk about?
There is something I wish to confirm with you. A matter regarding the future of the Leicester Alliance. Can we really trust you, Claude? I have no qualms admitting that your work has freed the Alliance from a number of tight situations. And yet, I have never been able to fully place my trust in you. The same is true even now. Were it as simple as choosing to believe, I would do just that. But this situation makes me uneasy. Day after day, I find myself forced to rely on a man with unclear roots and even more unclear intentions.
Your tongue's as sharp as ever, Lawrence. But I can't say I don't get where you're coming from. I wouldn't trust me either in your shoes. If I were you, I wouldn't let my loved ones touch a guy like me with a 10-foot poleaxe, let alone count on me to keep them safe.
You are quick to disparage yourself.
Yeah, maybe I took it a little far there. I mean, I'm not that bad, am I? Still, I'm not all-knowing or all-powerful like the goddess is. There's no way for me to know what the future might hold. Which means there's only one thing I can do. Stack my deck with as many cards as I can so we're ready for anything that comes our way. But on that front, the possibilities are kinda endless. No matter how many tricks I've got in my pocket, there's still this lingering worry I just can't shake. That's what I meant by not being able to trust myself. I feel like I'm constantly walking this tightrope with no clear end in sight. Lawrence? Are you even listening? If you were any quieter, I'd think you'd have died on the spot.
I am present, yes. I was just so shocked to hear you voice your anxieties that I struggled to find words. Could this be another of your schemes? What do you hope to gain by deceiving me so?
Whoa, slow down there. You're the one who brought this whole thing up, remember? Kinda rude to react like that after I go and spill my heart out to you, don't you think?
Forgive me, I seem to have lost my presence of mind entirely. I fear I may be entering a state of shock.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Claude, I am well aware that we Leicester nobles will be cooperating with the Imperial forces moving forward. But House Gloucester has always prided itself on an amicable relationship with the Empire. This changes little for us.
I guess you're right. Your father did head up the pro-imperialist faction, after all.
Yes, until your wicked schemes severed their ties.
Do you really have to bring that up again? I thought I apologized for that.
I am simply stating the truth. If such words ring out as criticism to your ear, perhaps your conscience is the problem. But what I mean to say is, my house already had the foresight to do this previously. Your actions now are mere imitation.
I can see your point, though the logic is a bit forced.
It naturally follows that House Regan does not deserve to sit upon the Federation's throne. No, the people yet yearn for their rightful rulers, House Gloucester.
I'm pretty sure that's just your ego talking. I don't think people really feel that way.
Do not misunderstand. I am not opposed to your being king, for the moment at least. But your reign was granted by a round table conference, not blood, making you nothing more than an appointed monarch. And a temporary one, if I may. House Regan does not hold this position by birthright, and it will not stay with you in the future. No, the next to be put forth as king will be, why, of course it shall be, me, Lawrence Helman Gloucester. Some even propose I ascend the throne immediately if you begin to teeter toward ruin.
Yeah, you're really letting your ego run wild here. But I have to admit, the idea of a non-hereditary monarchy does sound interesting.
Doesn't it, though? My capacity for such thoughts is proof enough that I am suited to be king.
But I can't stand to think about going back to making that decision via round table. It'd be no different from how we used to do things in the Alliance.
Oh? Then how will we decide?
How about letting the people of Leicester choose? Left to their own devices, they'd probably pick whoever they thought would be the best able to protect them. Sounds pretty good, huh?
A preposterous suggestion. Is this in earnest? Though, such a method would prove a great boon for House Gloucester. The common folk in our territory have the utmost trust in us, after all.
And for once, I think that's fact, not ego talking. You do realize it would be the whole of Leicester choosing, though, right?
Not a problem. Our just rule is known far and wide through every mountain and ravine of Fodlan, I think. But let us set that matter aside for now. That is not what I came here to tell you. You should know, the role of king within the Federation is as of yet unstable. Proceed with caution, lest it all come crashing down around you.
You're right. Unlike the Empire to our south and Kingdom to our west, the goddess's guidance didn't grace the founding of our Federation. So the role of king is a fragile one, held aloft only by the people supporting them. I'll be careful, just as you say. And thank you, Lawrence. I think I might just get through this with my wits intact if I have you here next to me.
Please do not get the wrong idea. I simply do not wish to see my beautiful home succumb to the foul clutches of despair.
Of course, of course. And I hope you keep coming to me to voice all your complaints. I'll be counting on you, Lawrence. Hey, Lysithea, you have a minute? There's something I need to talk to you about.
Fine. You can have 1 minute. I might not look it, but I'm actually pretty busy here.
Don't I know it? I can't remember the last time I saw you take a break. Anyway, I'll keep it quick. It's about what happened in our last fight. Charging in headfirst like that isn't like you, Lysithea, and not in a good way.
And what, in your expert opinion, makes it so unlike me? All I did was end the battle in the quickest, most efficient way possible. Which in turn kept damages to a minimum. If anything, you should be thanking me.
It worked this time, sure. But there was a good chance it could have failed, too. You shouldn't leave things up to fate like that. If things hadn't gone your way, you could have lost your entire unit. You and your soldiers alike would be at the feet of the goddess right now. My point is, you need to make decisions based on strategy, not chance. I thought someone as smart as you would understand that.
Yes, that's enough lectures for today. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But had my unit not rushed in, the battle would have dragged on for far too long. The fighting would have surely raged into the next day. We would have had to revisit our tactics entirely if the enemy changed formations at daybreak. And if things had gone south from there, it could have taken us more days further to finish the battle. I won't insist I made the right decision, but don't imply I didn't consider the possibilities. I was always fully aware that we could fail.
But failure didn't even have to be an option. Sure, the battle dragging on would have had an impact on the war at large. But so what? In the grand scheme of things, your life is far, far more valuable than a few measly days of combat. Please, Lysithea, I need you to promise me you won't put yourself in danger like that again.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
You know, it's not just your own life you're rolling the dice with. Every single soldier you command would die with pride by your word.
So, you're saying I fail as a leader? Yes, maybe I do. Well, feel free to remove me from my post if you don't think I should be commanding troops. That's wholly within your right. Do what you will. Until then, I'm going to do what I will. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeesh. I don't know what's up with her, but I can't help if she's going to be that stubborn about it. Either way, it doesn't seem like she's changing tunes anytime soon. Guess I'll just have to do what I can to keep her safe in the meantime.
Claude, there's something I need to discuss with you.
Sure, but keep it short. I know I don't look it, but I'm actually pretty busy here.
Are you making light of how I usually respond to your requests?
Hey, don't be like that. It's just a joke. We can talk for hours if you want. I've got all the time in the world.
There's no need. I'm simply passing on a message from my father.
Count Ordelia, huh? Go ahead, I'm all ears. I guess it's no surprise he has a word or two to say to the king. I mean, first the Imperial invasion, now all this unrest sweeping across the land. None of this would have happened if I'd just kept a closer eye on those who slither in the dark.
Hold on. I think you have the wrong idea. My father doesn't want to complain to you. He'd actually like to thank you for bringing the fight with the kingdom to an end, and for rushing to quell the chaos in our territories. He also said He's willing to offer his full cooperation with any of your Majesty's policy proposals. All you need to do is say the word.
I appreciate that. His broad-mindedness has always proven a great help.
Then consider my message delivered. But please, don't put more of a burden on him than necessary. Anxiety has tormented his mind for years now, and he's recently started finding his body less and less willing to cooperate with his brain.
So I've heard. Don't worry, I won't ask any more of him than what's absolutely essential.
Thanks, Claude. I'll do the work of 100 others in my father's place.
Hey, slow down there. You already do too much as it is. Piling more on top of that is just gonna crush you.
And yet I need to do it all the same. I can't let myself fall behind the other Leicester nobles. Most importantly, I need to put an end to this war, so I can start thinking about how to bring peace and stability back to House Ordelia's territory.
I get where you're coming from, but everyone needs a break now and then. Your body's probably screaming at you to get some rest.
I'm all right. While it's true my lifespan is slated to be short, it's not like I'm gonna just drop dead out of the blue. I'm just as healthy as I've ever been, I assure you.
You look fine enough, sure. But there's something lingering beneath the surface weighing you down, isn't there? Something the rest of us can't see. Your body's bound to give out if you keep pushing your limits without taking some time to recuperate.
But...
Listen, Lysithea, I want this war to end just as fast as you do. And once it does, I'm going to settle the score with those who slither in the dark. In other words, it's in your best interest to stick with me. So consider this an order from your king. Stop fighting like you don't have a tomorrow to live for. I mean, I'm still going to need plenty of help once the war is over. I can't have you kicking the bucket before the real fun starts, okay?
Understood. If it's an order from His Majesty himself, I guess I don't have much of a choice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I know I don't look it, but I'm actually pretty busy here.
Does she really understand, though? At any rate, I'd better put this war to bed as soon as possible.
What should I do?
Something wrong, Marianne? What's up? You know, I make a great stand-in for the goddess if you're looking for someone to talk to.
Oh,
Sorry, I wasn't really planning on eavesdropping. I was just passing by and couldn't help but overhear.
No, I'm the one who should apologize.
Don't worry about it. So, you want to tell me what's going on? Is that a letter you've got there?
Oh, yes. From my adoptive father. It's quite unusual for him to send me anything.
You don't seem too happy about it. Mind if I take a look? If that's not too weird, I mean.
Sure. Here.
All right, let's see what we have here. I see. Now that the nobles of Leicester have moved forward with their show of unity, I believe it time for House Edmund to make its intentions clear as well. I think I get how your father feels. Both Duke Goneril and Count Gloucester have passed their titles down to their heirs. If I had to guess, I'd say he wants to do the same with you.
But but the thought of me leading House Edmund is simply too much to bear. I don't know if I'll ever become the ruler he wants me to be.
Not knowing what the future holds can be pretty nerve-wracking, I'll give you that. I remember going through the exact same song and dance myself.
Huh? You mean even someone like you can be crippled by worry?
Yep, I'm human too, you know. Oh, but there was this one little thing I found that made all my troubles disappear into thin air. Just poof, gone.
One little thing?
Mm-hmm. And I think you have it too, Marianne.
I do? But what is it?
It's called resolve. And I get the feeling you've lost sight of yours.
What do you mean?
I know all about the power your crest holds. There's no need to hide it. The only thing you need now is the willpower to back that up. So if you want help finding it, I'd be glad to lend a hand.
I see. Thank you, Claude. I think I've already found it because of you.
That's a tasty-looking roast you've got there, Claude. Where'd you get it?
Oh, hey, Raphael. I nabbed it from the base we took over the other day. No big deal. Plus, it's about to go bad, so there's no point in trying to ration it out to the troops. Meaning?
You're giving it to me! Oh, yes!
Hold on there, big guy. Nobody can eat all of this alone, not even you. I was actually thinking we could all feast on it together. Want to help me cook it?
You bet I do! Might mean my stomach goes a little emptier, but feasting with the whole team adds a spice like no other. Just leave the rest to me. I'll kick this meat party off in style.
Hey, make sure you take it to the mess hall. Is he even listening to me? Wow, this looks incredible. Color me impressed, Raphael.
Well, you said it was about to go bad, right? I had to grill it up as quick as I could.
I mean, it wasn't going bad in a matter of minutes, but this is a huge help, thanks. Weird, it felt like that was more than we could ever finish, but just mention food to the crew and it's gone in an instant.
Too bad, too. I was thinking I could split any leftovers we had with Maya and my grandpa.
Doesn't it take days to get here from where they are? It would definitely have started rotting by then. Besides, this isn't really the chapter in history you want an old man and a child going out for a stroll.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Still, I hope that day comes soon.
Huh?
A time when we can invite your grandfather and sister over for banquets whenever we want. A time when it's not so dangerous for them to travel. Not that any of that'll be possible so long as this war keeps dragging on.
That's it, Claude! That's it!
Whoa! What's all the yelling for?
This meal was amazing, yeah. But a little voice in the back of my mind kept saying something was missing. And now I know what it is! Once the land's at peace again, we're gonna have a huge party! With Maya, and my grandpa, and everyone! After all, you can't savor a meal if you've got thoughts of war rolling around in your head.
Yeah, I think you're right. A banquet we can throw in peacetime is far better than one we have to put on hold due to the conflict. But in order to make that dream a reality, we'll need to create a future where the wild animals share their game instead of fighting over it.
Game? As in game meat? You have more?
Sorry, just a metaphor for the eagles and lions, always at each other's throats. As for us deer, we're content with leaves. But where should we forage next?
Coco, I'm not gonna make it.
Happy? What in the world do you mean? You look rather unsteady all of a sudden.
I'm so sleepy. Why not just end my suffering now?
Can you not pull yourself together? You were the one who volunteered for guard duty in the first place.
I know, but whenever it's just the two of us like this, it reminds me of how things used to be. And then I get all nostalgic and sleepy. Usually I'd be in bed right now, you know?
Well, I cannot deny feeling a little nostalgic myself.
I can't believe we're still together after everything that's happened. When you went back to the Empire, I thought that was it. But look at us now, together again. Wild, right? I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like we're best friends or something.
Have you already forgotten what you once told me? You said that you would be so utterly lonesome without me to keep you company that it would only be a matter of time before you began to sigh. It was necessary that I stay with you in order to avert certain disaster. I had no choice in the matter, you see?
Did I really say all that?
You did indeed. It was the very day we left Abyss, if memory serves.
All right then, fine by me. I wonder what everyone else from Abyss is up to now.
We know Balthus and Yuri are alive and well, and I believe it is likely everyone else is thriving too.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Do you ever wish you could return to those days, back in Abyss?
Me? Nah, not really. Most of the people here don't know about my power. They actually treat me like a normal person.
Indeed.
Plus, you're here. It's like you said, I'd get lonely without my Coco. What about you? Would you be lonely without me?
Well, lonely is not necessarily the word I'd use.
So it's just me then, huh?
Okay, fine. I would be positively despondent without you here.
There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm glad you finally admitted it.
You knew? Why must you always tease me so?
Come on. You were pretty happy when I volunteered for guard duty, weren't you?
Yes, well, you see, that was because it had already been assigned to me. I merely thought it would be easier to have a partner with whom I was already familiar.
Same here. That's why I volunteered. I knew you'd be my partner, Coco.
I simply cannot win with you.